Hello everybody, Joey the Truth Wagner with you. Welcome into the Truth Serum, everybody. Gotta get those picks going again. So this is the NFL Week 9 Picks Show. As always, everybody, if you haven't yet, give the video a like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't know why I'm wasting so much time. Let's get into it, folks. This past week was my worst week of the season picks-wise, as I was 7-7. Like I said, by far my worst week this year. And you see, folks, you see what happens when I don't pick the Steelers? My picks fall apart and crumble. So I've learned that lesson. But anyway, let's get into these Week 9 picks. We'll start with the Thursday night game. Packers at the 49ers. Talk about a stepdad-stepchild matchup here. Last year, San Francisco and Green Bay played each other twice. San Francisco won both times via blowouts, putting Green Bay in their place. But I think this game is different, and here's why. San Francisco right now has so many injuries. It's unbelievable. They're without stars all over the field, and now they're without Jimmy Garoppolo for a handful of weeks. The high ankle sprain that never heals. And they're also without George Kittle. He's out for 2 months with a broken bone in his leg or toe. So San Francisco, I don't know how they're 4-4, because they're doing this. They're 4-4 with a bunch of yarn, bunch of duct tape, and a bunch of moxie. The injuries this week are too much. Aaron Rodgers will get his revenge on the Niners for once. A win is a win. I'll go Green Bay. Next up, Denver and Atlanta. The Broncos on Sunday came back from being down 21 to beat the Chargers. And Atlanta, I believe, actually won a football game last week. You know my rule about not picking Atlanta. And if I didn't have that rule, I think I would probably pick Atlanta and I wouldn't think much of it. But these are the Falcons, and they find ways to lose that I can't believe are even humanely possible, but they do find a way to do it. The Falcon defense isn't very good. Vic Fangio is a good defensive coach, and at minimum, Bradley Chubb should be running Matt Ryan around and having him run for his life. This game I have no confidence in, but I'm going Denver because I refuse to get burned by Atlanta again. Matchup here in the 1 p.m. window, a very good game between two very good teams. 6-1 Seahawks take on the 6-2 Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. This is a very interesting one, folks. Seattle comes off of a highly emotional win against the Niners, their rival. Bills come off of a win against New England. In terms of quarterback, I like Russell Wilson better than Josh Allen. The Seahawks defense, not that great. Buffalo's defense has been underwhelming this year as well. And this is a 1 p.m. kickoff. So you have Seattle, cross-country flight, early start for a West Coast team. Man, this is going to be a good one. Gonna be a good one. Such a tough one to pick here, folks. I love Russell Wilson. He is phenomenal. But at some point, Seattle's gonna have to slow down at some point. At least I think so. Let me think about that one. I'll come back to that game later. Next up, the frauds against a team who I called a fraud back in September. The Bears, I don't know how the Bears are 5-3. They're 5-3 without an offense. Tennessee, 2 straight losses after starting the year 5-0. maybe they are a fraud. I don't know. But with this game, I'm going to go Tennessee. They're going to bounce back, and they have an offense, and the Bears don't. The Bears' offense is so bad, it's offensive. It's offensive they're that pathetic. But I guess for Chicago, at least we won't see Javon Wims punching someone in the helmet without boxing gloves. I don't know. I'll go Tennessee. Next up, Lions and the Vikings. Shocking that this is a CBS game. Looks like it's one of these cross-flexers. Like the Vikings last week, shocking win over Green Bay. The momentum is on their side. Detroit, I don't feel was that great. And the Vikings, I like the Vikings team. I like their roster. I like their talent. They're too talented to be 2-5. At home, I say they get the job done to get to 3-5. So they'll win that one. Very interesting one here in the 1 p.m. window. Got the 5-2 Ravens at the 5-2 Colts. Baltimore blew a 10-point halftime lead against the Steelers last week, so they are angry. And they want to get back in their swing of things with running the football. The Colts have a great defense, and this will be a really good matchup between the Ravens' run game and the Colts' defense. Steelers have a great defense, and even they couldn't stop the Ravens' run. I don't think the Colts will be too either, and I think Phillip Rivers will help the cause and turn the ball over against the Ravens' D. So I'll go with Baltimore to get the win on the road. Next up, Panthers and the Chiefs. Panthers still without Christian McCaffrey. The defense, when they play high-level offenses, gets shredded. The question is here, how many yards will Mahomes throw for and how many touchdowns will he throw for? I say at least 303 scores minimum. Chiefs win, possibly big. Next up, wow. Woo. Two bad football teams. Okay. The 1-7 Giants taking on the 2-5 Washington football team. They play hard. Both teams play hard, but my gosh, they are not good. They are not good. Daniel Jones played pretty well in the Monday night game. Could not lead the Giants all the way back. Washington has been playing with Kyle Allen. And kudos to Ron Rivera, the Washington head coach, for beating cancer. Kudos to that. Prayers for him on a miracle that the Lord gave him. Thank you, Lord, for that. Washington, I believe they're coming off a bye. And Ron Rivera is a very good head coach. And very good head coaches win coming off of byes. And I'm going to go with Washington. Thank goodness I'm not going to be watching this game. Whew. Next up, 1-6 Houston, 1-6 Jacksonville. It is a shame. Shame, Bill O'Brien. Shame. I know you got canned 3 weeks ago. But shame for putting Deshaun Watson in this situation. 1-6, and Houston doesn't have their first or second round picks. Good luck with that. Gardner Minshew is injured. He's not 100%. Jacksonville will be having a young backup at quarterback. And they could literally have anybody at quarterback. I would still be picking Houston and Deshaun Watson, which I will. Next up, Raiders and the Chargers. Can the Chargers not blow a lead? I mean, seriously. Can they not blow a lead? It is painful what they've put their fans through and what they've put Justin Herbert through. The amount of double-digit leads the Chargers have blown. I can't believe it's even possible to happen, but they did. But, whew. The Raiders are sneaky good this year. Sneaky good at 4-3. I'm going to go with the Raiders. because even if the Raiders are down, the Chargers will just blow the lead and give it to them. I love Justin Herbert, though. Herbert is a blast to watch, and I can't wait until the Steelers play the Chargers next, just to watch Herbert. But I'll go with the Raiders here. Next up, Steelers and the Cowboys. So with Dallas, the question is, will it be Andy Dalton, who the Steelers have tortured for years, or Ben DiNucci, who is at Pitt and got tortured for being a Pitt Panther quarterback in his short time there? Cowboys have injuries all over the place. They are without a couple of their top offensive linemen. I know Tyron Smith, their left tackle, is hurt. Dallas's defense is awful. The Steelers' defense is great. Basically, this matchup comes down to very good Steelers offense against bad Cowboy defense, and bad Cowboy offense against a really, really good Steeler defense. Pittsburgh, if you stop Zeke, you're winning this football game by at least 14. I hope this is a blowout. It looks like it could be one. I pray it is. Steelers win to get to 8-0 for the first time in their history. Next up, Miami and Arizona. Interesting matchup here between Tua and Kyler Murray. Miami came out of nowhere last week to beat the Rams like you wouldn't believe. All over them. Tua didn't play that great. Kyler Murray is playing great, and it looks like he's going to make Arizona a playoff team this year. Miami, well coached. Solid, disciplined, but I think the explosiveness and the talent of Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins is too much. I'll go with Arizona in this one. Next up, very interesting Sunday night matchup here. A Week 1 rematch of Drew Brees and Tom Brady. Both the Saints. Saints are at 5-2. Tampa Bay's at 6-2. Tampa Bay eked out of the Meadowlands with a win on Monday Night Football. And everyone, I've been watching the Saints a bunch this year. And what's up with Drew Brees? It's a half a season now. I think it's finally time to talk. What is wrong with Drew Brees? The Saints offense now, they're not even trying to throw the ball down the field anymore. They're not even trying. It's a bunch of 9-yard curls, 10-yard ins, and 4-yard dump-offs to Alvin Kamara. Without Alvin Kamara, this Saints offense would be a disaster. Without Alvin Kamara, this Saints offense would be Eli Manning in his last year as a starter, where he checked everything down and it was hard to watch. Without Alvin Kamara, that's the Saints offense. Tom Brady, the Bucs, they keep winning. Tom keeps playing well. That Tampa Bay defense is getting into their own here, really, really good. And if I'm any defense who plays the Saints, play tight, press man-to-man, and dare Drew Brees to throw deep and beat you. I don't think he can do it. I don't think Drew Brees can do it. And because of that, folks, I think the Saints are sort of fraudish this year. I don't think they are nearly as good as I thought they were at the start of the year. And Tampa will get their revenge from the Week 1 loss. I'll go with Tampa Bay in Tampa. Next up, Monday Night Football. My gosh, this might be the Jets' best chance to win a football game this year. As they play 2-5 New England. New England has lost 4 games in a row. Cam Newton fumbled away the game last week. But it's Belichick against Sam Darnold. And the question here is, will Sam Darnold see ghost again? I think he will, and it does the Jets no interest in winning this football game. None at all. I'll go with New England, but this will be ugly. For this Monday night game, folks, hide the kids and hide the wife, because you're not going to want them to see this garbage. It's rated T for terrible. I'll go 17-13 New England for the Monday night game. And back to the one, I'm going back and forth on Seattle and Buffalo. I'll go Seattle here, folks. Russell Wilson, too good. Russell Wilson, too good. And Seattle is the one team from the West Coast who does surprisingly well with 1 p.m. kickoffs as a West Coast team. So I'll go with Seattle. Folks, there are all of my picks. Green Bay, Denver, Seattle, Tennessee. The Vikings, Ravens, Chiefs, Washington, Houston, Raiders, Steelers, Arizona, Bucks, and New England. So far, everybody, through 8 weeks, I am 80, 38, and 1. I hope to keep that up this week, keep the success going. As always, everybody, make sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and in the chat and comments below, what are your thoughts on these picks? I want to read what you think about them and who you think is going to win in Week 9. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. From the Truth Serum, Joey the Truth Wagner signing off. Good night.